Masturbation.
Why are you watching?
What the fuck is that? Dude, we can't afford a John Williams fanfare. That shit's expensive.
Ah, fuck it. Just start the show. Prescription drug companies.
Okay, V-Dub cheated. I don't know if you heard about this.
Oh yeah, the Phantom Ghosts.
They created a program in the computer of the car that when it sensed the front tires were spinning but the back wheels were not, it turned on all the emissions control. And when the front tires were spinning and the back wheels were spinning, it shut the emissions control shit off to get better gas mileage.
Oh.
So they passed emission laws.
So they passed emission testing.
That's... Oh, I heard the whole thing about
Clever.
passing. I didn't know how they did it.
Now, here's the reason that I brought it up. First off, that's very clever.
Yeah, it is.
But this thing has brought up a new challenge for the DMCA for vehicles. Because the EPA is now saying that people's safety and legal matters trump copyright protection that they're entitled to. That this demonstrates that we cannot trust auto manufacturers to not open their code up to third parties, because that was a software thing that controlled that. And if they hadn't accidentally got caught by some people in, I don't remember where, who were trying to reverse engineer it because the source code wasn't released, and they found it, that the car company's argument is that people are going to mess with the cars so they can't control the emissions. Specifically, the car company said if we let people mess with the cars, they won't necessarily be, we can't guarantee they'll meet emission standards we said they would. That was an argument they used for DMCA protection. And now it turns out that you're absolutely right. If people have access to that source code,
they'll find out what's wrong with it.
They will cheat emissions testing, but the people who will do that is the fucking car company.
The sad thing is, I assume the way that they do that is on a dyno. I'm assuming.
Probably.
It's an easy fix.
Put it on a dyno so all four tires
Four-wheel
spin.
drive dyno.
Yeah.
That's all you need. And
well, but you have to have a powered dyno so the back wheels move at the same speed as the front.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Yeah, that's just a belt.
Yeah.
And you actually don't. You have to be within 2 miles per hour of each other. So it's pretty fucking easy.
But
not only that,
that's really just, it's a free-flowing dyno with a belt connecting the front and the back.
Here's the other problem with what they did, though. They also used the computer to find out if it was doing the emissions. If they would have did it the old school way and hooked up the fucking tube to the exhaust, they would have nailed it.
No, because it turned on the emission, like, this thing shut off a lot of, like, your charcoal filter, your catalytic, that kind of stuff.
But I'm
but
saying
even if you hook the tube up to the exhaust,
it still was doing the clean.
But if you do the four-wheel drive,
and
the tube, and don't rely on the computer telling you what it's doing.
Yeah,
because I think this was just people found in the code that it was doing this. They pointed it out, and then VW was like, "Yes, we did it."
Yeah, that was us.
I can't remember what the CEO said, but he resigned now. But he's like, in my German words, I will tell you, we screwed up majorly, or something like that.
Fucking A, they did. Well, because now there's going to be a recall on the cars, so they're going to have to fix the software. They fix the software, the efficiency of the vehicles is going to go down, giving the people who bought the cars a right to sue because they were falsely advertised to. This is a fucking major issue.
And Fiat.
And they knew it.
Oh, yeah.
And Fiat is rumored to be looking into buying them.
Oh, really?
But they knew
get a nice cheap price on it now.
They did it on purpose. It's not like one rogue guy.
No,
it was a concerted effort.
They knew.
So, first of all, and not that we should expect this, but kudos to the Germans for being able to keep a secret.
German ingenuity.
German engineering. That's what that is.
Yep.
My question is, how do I get one of those recalled vehicles before it gets fixed?
Yeah, no shit. I know at least one person who has one. Really like it. It's efficient.
Yeah, it's Well, and now everybody's getting looked at because of that. So now
Oh, yeah, everybody's
there's a
getting
lot
looked
of
at.
people.
Well, everybody is getting looked at because of Dodge. Ever since that Jeep got hacked.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that too.
Which
But
is
they
kind of
should've
funny
fought.
when you think about it. Now Fiat's looking to take Volkswagen, and
Oh, and
Yeah.
Fiat runs down. Yeah.
and they have to pay a bigger fine than Toyota or Chevy for the hack recall and all that shit. That's a huge fucking fine. It's like $900 million or some shit.
So anyway, I give 4 fucks because I think it's hilarious. No. I'm gonna go 3. I can't rate it higher than I just rated the last.
I was gonna say I'd give it about 3 fucks. It's 3 fucks.
But it ties into that DMCA. This was my poor Timmy story.
I don't give any fucks.
No, not a single one.
Because this is a people problem, like the consumer problem. Because honestly, even the reason we have fuel injection is so they can screw you on parts. And it's supposed to be more efficient and easier for the consumer. If people took care of their cars when they were carbureted vehicles, when your car ran right, it's not supposed to give off carbon monoxide.
It gives off carbon dioxide.
Dioxide.
And water.
Yeah. So if your car's running right, it's actually
Pretty.
Feeding trees.
Yeah. Honestly,
Just 2 things trees need to live: carbon dioxide and water.
you still have people come. There's water coming out of my tailpipe.
Good.
Good.
That's how it's supposed to
It's
be.
okay. You know what I mean? This is don't be stupid, people. This is you kind of brought this on yourself, I guess. And back in the day, even when it was carbureted shit, there were still plenty of cars. Nathan's Monte Carlo, 32 miles to the gallon. And a Chevy dealership around here swore up and down it wasn't possible. I'm like, fuck you, I own the car. It's simple math.
Clip it.